Hey everyone, it's Celeste Dixon with Journey 365 Bible Study and Prayer Journal. I want to thank you for tuning into our YouTube channel. The purpose of this channel is to help you learn a little bit more about Journey 365. It's designed to share the Journey 365 story as well as provide tips and ways for you to make the most of your time with God and using Journey 365. Journey 365 is the ultimate Bible study and prayer journal. You can capture sermon notes, what God is speaking to you through your daily devotions, Bible studies, capture dreams, visions, prayer requests. It's really a comprehensive way to not only grow your relationship with God, but to also track how that personal relationship with God is coming along. So in today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about how Journey 365 came to be. Back in 2015, the senior pastor of the church I attend, New Zion Christian Church in Suwanee, Georgia, who is pastored by Dr. Jamie T. Pleasant, he did a sermon series on journaling your journey, and it was amazing. I have been journaling for quite some time, or at least I wouldn't necessarily call it journaling. I would just say that I was a really good note taker. And so when I heard the sermon series, I was like, wow, like this really confirms a lot of the ways I was approaching how to capture certain events in my spiritual walk. And it just blew me away. So about maybe a few years later, a few journals later, I'm sitting in my quiet time and the whole idea of Journey 365 comes up, and insert Holy Spirit here. I came up with this idea to take all of the different ways I was journaling, whether I was using one journal for sermon notes or one journal for prayer requests and one journal for Bible studies and one journal for my daily devotions. How do I take all of those ways that I was journaling and put them into one comprehensive journal? And that is how the idea of Journey 365 came to be. And in that quiet time, the sermon, like I said, came back to me, insert Holy Spirit here. And I thought, oh, if I could just go back and listen to the whole sermon series, I would be able to gather some key points to putting this journal together. I had already gotten the outline in my quiet time. All I needed to do was go back and listen to the sermon series to really capture those key pieces, that key thing that I needed to have to make the journey book what it is today. So a few Sundays went by and I kind of forgot about the sermon series and procrastinated a little bit at the same time too. And one Sunday I was coming out of the bathroom at church. I walked out near the AV booth, and sitting on top of the booth, I looked up and there was the Journey 365 series right here. I'm going to show you the front and the back of it. And I thought, wow, if you're having trouble hearing from God, or you don't know if God speaks to you on a regular basis, that is a clear way that God was speaking to me, especially because I was not thinking about Journey 365 that day. I just happened to look up and the sermon series was there. So I bought the series, I went back and I listened to it, and it was truly a blessing, and it gave me those little nuggets of information that I needed to kind of put the book together. And while I was doing that, I also focused on the publishing part of the book and just all of the little ins and outs that you have to take into consideration when you're putting a whole book project together, because it was quite intense. Fast forward to 2018, Journey 365 gets published, and 2 years later, it has become a blessing to many, many people. I was never, I would say, an all-in journaler, but I would say now I'm definitely an all-in journaler. And if you want to learn more about the different types of journalers, not from a scientific perspective, but from a Journey 365 perspective, you should watch video 1 in this series to learn more. But thank you for watching and listening today. And until our next video, keep journaling. Thank you.